Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Razorback Live with the Sarge. I'm the Sarge.
And I'm Hog Wild Watchy.
And I'm the homeless guy.
As always, we got our homeless correspondent with us, Tonka. He's playing hide and go seek with security in Bud Walton Arena, and as long as we can keep him from getting caught, we're going to keep having him on the show. Well, we got 6 more commits late in the last couple of days, so we're going to bring them to you. We're going to break them down for you. Ain't a lot of stats on them. But we're going to give you what we can find and give you a little bit of what we think they're going to be able to bring to the team. And we'll talk about the overall way we think the portal went near the end of the show. So let's get into it. The first one is DaVon Weatherspoon. He's interior offensive lineman. He's 6 foot tall, 303 pounds. He's coming into us from Ohio. He's a super senior. In his career, 1,770 snaps. He's getting up 0 sacks. His overall PFF grade is a 75. His pass blocking grade is 78.5, and his run blocking grade is a 75.7. Pretty solid numbers, if you ask me. And no sacks in 1,770 snaps that's got to tell you that he's able to field his position. What do you think about him, Tonka?
Sorry, I had to mute. The dogs are growing nuts. Man,
Well,
this guy
hide the hot dogs that you got hidden in.
right. This guy, he's going to be able to come in day one and push Kettles for the starting spot at center. This guy's that good. At guard, you're looking at a quality depth piece, right? Could he push to possibly be the starting left guard? Maybe, since you're going to have Braum on the right, maybe that's your starting left guard. He could come in, have serious impact right away. The guy is a gem. Arkansas is lucky to get him.
Nice. YT, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think he's he could push Cade Kittler for the center spot. Do I think he gets it? Probably not. But he's a good depth piece to have at the center spot in case Kittler goes down, because center's a pretty rough area in the line. You get to guard the biggest man on the defensive line, the nose tackle.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go on to our second guy.
Well, we got Aiden Busel, offensive lineman, 6'5", 300. He started his career at Tennessee, and then he transferred to West Virginia, where he's still got no playing time. He's a redshirt freshman. We got him for 4 years. I'm assuming he's a depth piece. That's just an assumption.
I would agree.
That's about all I got.
Yeah, I would be curious to see. More than likely, they would start him out inside just to kind of help get his footwork and get his technique and things down. But this could be one of your tackles of the future right here.
Yeah, I see opportunities where he could learn multiple techniques and his progression as working forward as he gets more time and more experience going forward for sure. All right, let's go to Carter Stoutmire. Goodbye, Aiden. Carter Stoutmire, safety, 5'11", 210 pounds, coming to us from Colorado. He's a junior. He's got 37 total tackles, 24 solo tackles, 13 assisted. He's got 1 forced fumble and 5 pass deflections. Seems like he's around the ball and can tackle, which is good. We needed that in the back end of our defense last year, and we didn't have it, so it's good to have another guy, whether he's depth, pushes for a starting spot or not, I don't know, but he's good to have on the team. I think it was a good get. Tonka?
I don't think this guy's a depth piece at all. This guy is, you bring a guy like this in to be a starter. You're talking about a guy that was one of the sole bright points on a completely horrible Colorado State defense. And you say, well, how horrible can they be? Well, comparable to Arkansas's defense last year, okay? This guy was one of the few bright points. He's a ball hawk. He excels in stopping the run, which means he is an outstanding tackler. He can bring you to the ground. He brings the wood, the hammer, right when he meets the ball carrier. I'm telling you, this guy can be your free safety. He can play your boundary. He can even play your star. You can put him anywhere in those three spots and excel. This guy's going to be a starter. Mark my words.
Nice. And he's from Colorado, not Colorado State, but Colorado. YT.
Yeah, like Tunka said, he's great in the run in the run game. He has a 90 run defense on PFF. So I like him, like Tunka said, in the star position, or AKA the nickel.
Yeah. Outstanding. Yeah, I agree. Let's go on to the next guy.
We got Exavian Sims, defensive lineman out of Oregon. He's a true freshman, 6'3", 305, so he'll be a redshirt freshman when he gets here. No stats, but he's a good young depth piece, in my opinion, either in the 3 technique or at nose.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
I was just hoping he's not like McCroy. I know he's on the other side of the ball, but we took a guy from Oregon last year that was definitely not ready to play and paid him some money to be here to basically do nothing. So hopefully this Oregon lineman works out better, although he's on the other side of the ball. Tonka?
He'll definitely work out better. He is not a Stoutmire boy. Okay, this guy is bull strong, and he could definitely play the 3. He is strong enough to come in at depth at nose. Will we see him a lot this year? I don't know. I would suspect maybe early on against some of the Division II and SWAC opponents that's on the schedule, to start the season off. Maybe you see him come in there. I kind of expect him to come in and show. But this is yet another piece that it's like planting a tree, y'all. It starts off with a small seed, and you plant it, and in no time, boom, you got a tree. This is a seed right here. Watch this acorn grow. He is going to be a major piece moving forward.
I agree. YT?
We have Caori Magalori. I hope I said that right. Cornerback. He is from West Georgia Wolves. I believe that is a D2 school. He is 6'3", 200 pounds, cornerback. I'm assuming he's coming in for a depth piece, or they can switch him from corner to safety. This kid has caused 1 forced fumble and 2 interceptions. He's tall. He's got long arms. I see him going to safety, to be honest, with his size.
Donkey Todd, you don't agree?
No, I would have to disagree with that. This guy is a true corner. This is not a depth piece. This is a guy that's going to come in and compete to start day 1. If he's not a starter, then he's on your 2 deep. He will get serious game time. This kid has speed. His technique is sound. You do not throw the ball in his direction. This man is a one-man no-fly zone. You put him on the boundary corner, you put him on the field, you put him on the best receiver, that receiver disappears. He's the Harry Potter of the secondary because he'll make your number 1 target disappear. This guy's real.
Awesome. High praises. I think that's the last guy we had that no, sorry, we got another guy. John Howes the 4th. It's a safety, another safety. He's 6'1", 194. He's out of Middle Tennessee State. He's a senior this year. He's got 13 total tackles, 4 assisted, and 1 sack. What do you see this guy doing, Tonka?
More than likely, this guy is going to be your boundary safety or your strong safety, right? He could come in and play a little free safety for depth. I do not see him as a starter. I could maybe see him winning a spot in the 2 deep to get some quality rotation time. But I would see him more as a depth piece. But once again, all these guys that are being brought in that we keep saying depth piece, when you have a bunch of guys that are on the same high level competing for one spot, that's iron sharpening iron. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to fall in love with this Arkansas defense next year because I'm already head over heels.
Nice. YT?
I believe this kid has a little bit of SEC experience, if I'm not mistaken. He started out at Vanderbilt, didn't get any playing time, went to Middle Tennessee State, and it looks like he's done pretty well for himself, enough to get recognition to go back into the SEC again. Like Tunka said, probably not a starter, but a quality depth piece to have because, as you can see, when Arkansas loses a secondary piece in years past, we suffered for it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And that brings us, I think, to our last guy here. Yeah.
We got LaMarcus Hicks, the fourth.
Second.
Second, sorry. He's a defensive back out of Iowa State, freshman, no playing time. I'm going to assume he is going to be your developmental corner. He comes from a good coaching tree or good coaching up there at Iowa State. Matt Campbell's a great coach. So obviously he saw something in this kid. We could develop this kid into being a good corner in the next few years.
All right, Tonka.
This is another seed, right? You may see him some on the field early against some lesser opponents, okay? But watch this kid grow, Arkansas fans. Watch him grow. This is going to turn into one of your starting corners in the very near future. This guy is real.
Nice. Yeah, I think he fits right in with the scheme of how the coaching or the staff as a whole is recruited this year. As we recruited some immediate talent, and then we also recruited a lot of potential growth talent that we can shape into what we want them to be in a year or two down the line. Go back to, like we said before, the foundation. I really like the foundation that we got started under Coach Silverfield so far. What do you think, Tonka, on the overall, now that we're pretty much probably done grabbing a piece here or there? I know we had a secondary piece come back out of the transfer portal, coming back to Arkansas. Also, we need to mention too. And who was that, YT?
It was Miguel Mitchell. He was our starting safety. That kid had 52 tackles and an interception last season.
So that's a big piece coming back.
He's a big boy.
Another year. Was he a freshman or sophomore last year?
No, I believe he is a junior, but he'll be a senior next year.
Okay, so we'll have him for one more this year only.
Correct.
But still, that's a big get to come back out of the portal. Don't you think so, Todd?
Oh, absolutely. When you can have a starter from your defense last year, now granted the defense wasn't that good, but when you have a guy that already has that experience, that's already been baptized in fire, because let's face it, everybody on that defense last year was baptized in fire, right? Whenever he comes back and the atmosphere is different, you have a different culture, you have different coaches that actually coach. That's a huge thing, okay? You put him in that defensive back room, in the safeties room, and you're going to see this is another piece of iron that's going to sharpen other pieces of iron. Who's going to come out on top? Who knows? Whoever is lined up as your starting 11 on defense next year, know those guys earned their spot. Nothing was given. This was earned.
Absolutely. So to close it out here, let's give your quick opinions on your overall thought of how the portal went for the Razorbacks year one for Ryan Silverfield. Go ahead, Tonka. You started off.
I think, me personally, I think he hit it out of the park. He built the team from the inside out through the portal, addressing the line of scrimmage first because he understands the Southeastern Conference is a line of scrimmage league, okay? period, full stop, end of story. And once he became 3 deep at every position on the line of scrimmage, then you see him start to branch out. And Arkansas could be, I don't know this for a fact, but Arkansas could be one of the deepest teams in college football next year, because when you start looking at the talent they brought in, they are seriously 3 deep at every position where talent does not fall off between 1 and 3. And that is fantastic. That's a recipe for winning.
Awesome. YT, what do you think?
I think Ryan Silverfield has done something that Arkansas hasn't seen for a very long time, which is building his roster in depth. He's gone, like Tonka said, he's gone all the way into the 3 deep. He is 3 deep at almost every position besides quarterback. And I really think that he has answered a lot of Hog fans' questions about him. What's he going to do in the portal? Well, he just rebuilt the defense completely in the portal. Granted, there's a lot of players that are unproven at higher D1 levels, but they can also be molded into that higher D1 athlete through teaching.
Yeah, for sure. I will say the same thing. I mean, I think he did a lot of things. I think for having the limited time to prepare for the portal, as he did when he took over, he went straight to work. First thing he did is flipped as many in-state kids as he could. That was the number one thing. Number two, I think he had a plan with the portal. I don't think he just went into the portal picking out guys just because they were good guys at that position, whether we needed them or not, just get them to come here. He has a blueprint of what he's building here, and I think he stuck to it for the most part, from what I can see. To me, that is a recipe for a quick turnaround with success. I think his culture change is going to be very fresh and welcoming to the players and the fans here at Arkansas. With having that, with saying it like that though, doesn't mean we're going to come out and be 11-2 or 10-3 next year. It's still going to take a little bit of time for him to get the system set, get everybody in place, and get everything going. I would say, give him time. Don't, well, you know how Razorback fans are. We witnessed today with our live show with the basketball game. 1 minute, they're all over cheering for the Hogs. The next minute, well, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. I'm done. We suck. You can't do that. If you know the game, this takes time. Anybody that thinks we can, magically turn this team around to a 10-win team next year, you're not putting fair expectations, in my opinion, on the staff and the players. Due to the fact is if it was that easy, every team in college football would be doing it. Everybody be playing 10-2 ball or 11-1 or 13-0. So it doesn't happen like that all the time. It's a build. That's why you got to give him time. And I think we're going to do fine. I think I'm really excited to see what he can do. And I'm really excited to see what he can do after a year of coaching and a full ramp up to the next portal season. Because then he's going to be able to see exactly what, he needs to add to this piece. Do we go after bigger pieces next year? Because we won't need so many guys, leaving. And we won't have to fill so many spots. So we can go spend more money on some, them quote unquote 5 stars or 4 stars, even though we all know that is stars are, something you wish upon, not that you judge players on. But on that note, we appreciate everybody that watched the show tonight. We just wanted to come in, fill you in on these last few guys, and let you know we will be live Tuesday night for the Arkansas and Vanderbilt game at Bud Walton Arena. We will be having that live here on the channel. And if you could, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below on what you think, how the portal went. It helps the algorithm. It helps show our video to more people. Share our video. Get it out there. We're trying to get in front of more people. It seems like we can get in front of people, we get subscribers. Yeah, but YouTube is not showing us to a lot of people. So if you can help us get it out there, we'd greatly appreciate it. And we love y'all, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.
Later.
Sir.